Welcome travelers from the winding trails. Grab a spot by the hearth and a pint of ale. A brief respite from our noble quest. Lean back in a chair for the Song of Rest. Hello travelers, and welcome to the Song of Rest, a place where our heroes and the deities that guide them gather to share a behind-the-scenes and behind-the-screens look at the unfolding adventures in Archipeldia. Gathered before us is the Dungeon Master, Aaron Rollins, and his band of players, Dustin Bleschmidt, Janelle Wilkie, and Chad Stafford. But I'll let them do the talking, and I'll get back to playing.
Are we gonna do like a official intro for this one? Because I know our last Song of Rest was literally just us started to talk. We didn't have anything that even resembled an introduction. But
we just do that in post now.
Yeah, that's all. That's all the Timothy stuff does the intro for us.
Yeah, that's true.
He says our names. That's good enough for me.
I almost want to do like a. When a kangaroo falls in love, you find yourself a rat in a desert grub. That way you'll break this evil hag spell. So in this time, I hope the song finds you well. I stumbled there in the bed, but we're getting there. We're going to workshop
Come
it.
up with a new recipe.
I need to address the dad Krekel in the room. We got it.
I mean, he does need to be addressed.
Yeah, we have a heart that isn't being used.
But it could be crushed.
Right now.
They took it away, though. They brought him back, so we are going to have to request the heart.
It's like, I don't, like, he could save everyone. Or she, I don't know.
But
he
wasn't a registered donor, so...
Oh, man, that's
fair.
a process. Heart's probably going to go bad before we can get that approved.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a bit of a conundrum.
Yeah, what the hell, Aaron?
Yeah.
Introducing moral ambiguity into our lighthearted podcast.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the moral conundrums. You gave us the moral conundrum of the recipe and poor Sherman's sword.
Yeah, how
Oh man,
wonderful of a surprise that is.
How wonderful. Had that one, in my pocket for a while.
Never seen a mid-sentence hit such a hard break.
Skirt.
How?
You hear Sonic's shoes to that sentence.
Like, never have my expectations been so subverted.
Take that, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, this episode directed by Ryan Johnson.
I was assuming that it was, like, the light of Tritherion, which is not what it was.
Haha. You've activated my DM trap card.
It was the light of greatness.
I thought it was going to be the prophetess.
Oh, that would have been nice, too. Now I have trauma.
I had to word it carefully because
So you didn't give it away?
Yeah. Basically, and I had to give you the choice if you wanted to activate it or not.
Oh.
Well, it narratively it's great. I do like
That was amazing.
I do like what's happening, but it is of like instantly like, okay, turn on your fucking improv button, buddy, because you got some shit to deal with right now. Dramatic stuff, because like that's just like you gotta rev up that drama engine, I guess.
Freaking Fleetwood Mac the Chain starts playing in the background. Running in the shadows.
I will, as long as it is okay with the other two players, reveal something.
Go for it.
So, about an hour, 2 hours before we recorded, I reached out and it was like, hey, remember, we're probably fighting people that we don't want to hurt, so we should figure something out, like, now. And that surprise round plan couldn't have gone better, but unfortunately they were already asleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you being a level 1 spell, you rolled super well, and then having a level 2, like, we knew at least some of this was gonna work, but like I felt like if this wasn't a case of them already being asleep, it was a good plan.
This encounter was, and you know what? This one, I guess, maybe brought out a little bit of the evil DM because everyone fell into my traps. Because in the end of last episode, Sherman checked to see if they were undead. Like, were these Helix already dead? And I was like, no, they're not undead, but they're also not anything else. So you're not getting any kind of sense of what they seem alive. They're just inactive. And then they get up and start moving and their eyes are rolled back and you guys are like, sleep. And I'm like, they're already asleep. Sorry.
No, it's good.
Let me just smell your sadness. Oh, I've unlocked a new recipe.
Oh my God.
Well, let's just pocket that double sleep for another day when we're not dealing with the Red Lady.
Lady in Red.
Who we have previously established as hot, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, she's so hot.
I think I mentioned that last Song of Rest. I mentioned that we had previously established she's hot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Dustin's excited.
you were looking back at the hag art, and you're like, oh man, this one's hot.
That one has a hot silhouette.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could give her the most gruesome face.
You could. I don't know. I mean, it could just be a tea fling.
Oh.
Flowerkraut used the charisma check.
Speaking of flings and potential romances, we were talking about off mic how funnily complicated Bernice's and Sherman's relationship is. Like in every way, like it is a true sitcom style. Like you think that we're all making our little ships, and then suddenly she throws a whole big wrench in that, and then Sherman picks it up and puts it in his toolkit because he is a woodworker. But then she throws the bomb like he's too nice, and I'm like, how dare you?
Oh.
Well, the fact that she's like he's been pretty great, and like me, Dustin, the player, is like when. Like, except for we talked about this a little bit before recording, but except for the water skiing incident that couldn't have gone better, everything else has been an absolute failure from Sherman since he got on the damn boat.
And then you summoned chains from your sword and wrapped up 3 of these things that took her a while to beat down 2 of them. So she was like, okay, he's got some ammunition in his pocket. I see.
He's into chains. That's kind of hot.
But it's
God. Oh God.
Oh man, what a missed opportunity. So what's your thing? Oh, chains.
I'm sorry, what? Smash cut back to Sherman and Flowerkraut.
That would be amazing.
One dog developed an aversion for chains and joined an outreach program. Another dog ended up with God, I hate that I'm gonna say this, but a chain kink. Oh God,
A kink
I hate
in the
myself.
chain.
A kink in the chain.
A really bad romance novel art called A Kink in the Chain.
Some bad. Oh no. Okay, well that's gonna be our fan art moment, everybody. I'm gonna be drawing some furry fan art for this fan fiction called The Kink in the Chain.
Great. Okay. Is it gonna be in true romance novel cover fashion?
Oh my God, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it.
Oh my gosh,
Billowing
Janelle.
open chest chainmail.
You gotta
Oh my God.
you gotta have the red-skinned hag in the background biting her finger while watching it happen.
I'm ready. Oh my God. Before this session, I was writing fan fiction, some steamy fan fiction. So I am ready to draw some steamy furry novella covers.
All right. All right.
Keep it safe for the $5.95 book aisle, okay?
Oh yeah.
Can the reviews have to be from Flowerkraut and Timothy?
Oh my gosh, the reviews from yes, on the cover. Oh man, I can't wait. This is gonna be the best thing I ever created.
I'm both excited and terrified now of what's to come.
It's gonna be tasteful Fabio style.
I was just gonna say I used to do the new the new release drop years ago when I worked at insert department chain here, and the Harlequin romance covers never ceased to really surprise me. So that's what I'm picturing when I'm picturing
I know
this.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I also worked for insert retail chain at one point in my life, so yeah. Yep.
This recipe is spicy.
All right, well, let's see. You guys have a little bit of a handful now because
Yeah, just a bug, a rat, and oh, by the way, a potential party member's heart.
Yeah.
so it was a sandbuck, which is like the goats, like the big goats thing, and then it was a rat, and then it was like the heart of a kenku. But the other thing that's going on is that the tensions are pretty high between the Krekel and the Helix already, and the Krekel just lost another one, and they there's been talk about the Krekel just packing up and leaving because they don't feel safe on Glavio anymore. There's also you're probably going to have a reaction from whoever Tumbleweed tells back at Oskal's Refuge.
I told him to only tell Harisha, so hopefully he listened.
Yep. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see what kind of chaos comes around from this.
The guards went back too, and they are bringing the corpse of the Kenku. Yeah. Oh god, this is gonna be rough.
Plus, we know there's a hunting party out that's also... I think we established that hunting party was Krekel, the other one that went out.
Yeah, well, it was another Helix party was out, and they were going to return like in a day or so.
Oh, it was another Helix party. Great. So it's definitely very one-sided.
Well, and there's, you guys know this just from being in Oskal's Refuge that the Krekel are come and go as well. Like they have trapper parties that go out and catch those grubs because they are more adept at catching them than the Helix are. Helix are better at catching or hunting the sandbucks, and there's going to be a constant flow of resources needed. So you can only assume that there are Krekel parties walking around.
Sherman, I think it might be time to do another combo of you give an inspiring, passionate speech, and I'll pat you on the back and give you, I think it was Eagle's Splendor, to give you a bonus on your charisma checks, an advantage on your charisma checks.
Who would like to give us a heart?
Luckily, we did just have a short rest, so I can do that again.
More not just not to give us a heart thing, but like, hey, we're gonna fix it. Don't start any shit. We'll be right back.
Also, can you point us to the nearest morgue?
Right.
I really feel like the play, and this might be, let's be real, I'm probably going to forget like 3 days from now. But right now in my head, the play is going to be like, not like, hey, we're going to get through this. It's got to be more like, hey, let us do our job, because if we can't do this, then she's got to take care of what she's got to take care of, and all of your lives are going to change anyway. So let us do our thing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you have a much bigger problem than just the potential infighting between the Krekel and the Helix. Like there is this evil hag on your island, nowhere's safe. We got to take care of this thing.
Oh, I was thinking about Bernice making them pay taxes.
Oh, well, that is also...
Let's talk about the real threat here. Bernice is going to make them pay their taxes. Let's talk about the real threat,
and that is capitalism, okay?
Yes.
Yes. She is a big believer in death and taxes. So...
Make Bernice the de facto villain.
Oh, shoot.
It's like, look, Bernice, just trust me on this. I'm going to make you sound real bad, but it's your fault.
Lover to enemy?
Oh, who knows? You guys might be able to win her over before this is all over.
She said I got to be mean, and the one time that I was like, put my foot down, she listened to me, so I guess that's Fair.
Just another link in the kink of the chain.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So we're all agreed a romance cover.
Yeah,
for one of
that's
our
pretty
fan
much
art
the
moments.
fan art moment. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
I don't know
much.
if we can beat that.
It's
It didn't.
yeah.
That's the fan art. That's the fanfic moment too. Apparently.
Oh, and then of course our Sonic style tumbleweed.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Gotta go fast.
I was so sad when you were like, "Oh, he's stunned. He doesn't know what to do," and I'm like, "My heart's breaking.
So
What do I do?"
sad.
I'm like looking through my spells. I'm like, "Would heroism work? Will that work?"
That was clutch.
It was super clutch, absolutely. There was a lot of things that could have happened in that fight, and Tumbleweed actually could have played a bigger role. I think it was cool what you ended up doing and sending him back and giving him heroism. That was amazing.
I wanted to give him I wanted to give him that opportunity, but for a good portion of that fight, it did not look like we were going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought was go warn people, because if we get knocked out, because like Bernice seemed like she was almost there. I know Flowerkraut was practically there. So I'm just like, if we get knocked out, we need someone to just say what happened. And like I
our
refuse to
story.
let anything bad happen to Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
That was a brutal fight.
Well, Tumbleweed is like my Grogu, which means I will put Timothy in harm's way in order to protect him.
Oh.
Aw.
He was like, if he had been more involved in the encounter, he was going to be doing stuff similar to what the guards ended up doing at the end. He was going to be like spinning around, like rolling around on the ground, wrapping rope around the feet of the Helax. But just with the way things turned out, he like failed his wisdom check, so he kind of lost his mind a little bit when he saw the dead Krekel. And he's young, so like it might even be like the first dead person from the village that he's seen. So yeah, I think it was great how you actually like sacrificed a couple turns just to make sure Tumbleweed was good, and that's huge. Like,
Yeah.
This was and this was the first fight too that I'm like, I built, like I always say this, I built Timothy to be a support, and like it's weird how I've done a lot of damage, but like at this fight I felt very much in the support role. Like I was just dishing out buffs and heals, and I was eventually going to debuff those guys with Bane, but like by the time we finally got around to that opportunity, like we had the chain situation with Sherman's sword, and the fight quickly turned around, because I genuinely thought we were going to it was going to get real bad. I really thought we were going to have some people rolling death saves during that fight.
Agreed. And yeah, we almost had Brandy in the fight. That would have been cool.
I was bummed that didn't get to happen, because as soon as like Aaron's like, oh, check your extras tab for the Brandy dossier, and I'm like, what?
Oh my God. Okay, hold up. Before, like, when you said there was a voice coming from my bag, I thought that the hag was going to be speaking through the conch. I'm like, hold up, I'm getting a phone call in here. Like,
Hey, you up?
new conch, who dis?
New conch who dis. There you go. There's another. But that is another sticker idea.
Another
New
sticker.
conch who dis.
that's the best thing. I'm crying.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's I was actually trying my best. I'm still a bit of a novice with D&D Beyond. I'm looking everywhere for Brandy. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck she can do. All I know is that I could sometimes hand off my action to her. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess the most I can do is pass Shocking Grasp to her. But no, I'm glad you told me about the extras tab, so now I can actually utilize Brandy correctly.
It was fun that Sherman and Flowerkraut both had like a spontaneous new thing occur for them in a fight. One was potentially really cool for Flowerkraut, and then the other was a horror show for Sherman.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. That obviously came from that silver pearl that you installed into your sword immediately after defeating Sir Leon. So it was like, oh, hey, loot, cool, equip.
Little did I know that the spirit of my current nemesis is living in my damn sword, allegedly. Still don't fully. I'm sure we'll get down to the bottom of that eventually, but I love how distinct and iconic you've made that snarl, because literally you snarled and I was like, oh, get out of here.
Like, you hear the snarl in the back of your mind, and Sherman just rolls his eyes.
You're not paying rent. Get out of here.
He's living in my head rent-free, apparently, or in my sword.
What you gotta do is reverse the spell, go full Kratos, so the chain wraps on your dog arm, and then you fling your sword around like a cool guy.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, there are so many things that mechanically would have been impossible that I thought about doing. One of them was tying a javelin to a piece of rope and just spinning it around my head as fast as I could.
Dog copter.
To just create like a stay back kind of situation. The other one was just to throw put my shield away and like just start punching things, like, because I'm like, I can't stab him, so I'll just bop him on the head and be like, go to sleep, or go to re-sleep. Oh, speaking of things that didn't technically work, and you can choose not to answer this in case it could come up later, but the command to wake them up, or wake one of them up, would that have worked?
The world may never know.
The world may never know. Okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
there's still more under the influence.
No, I've just got a Kali Ma fucking bird. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, or we could, if we find out we can wake them after like cutting out the heart of our best friend Timothy, because obviously that's...
Excuse me, I'm not putting myself on the menu.
It's like, oh, we could have just done wake and that's it. Oh, sorry, Timothy's corpse. He's gone.
You can't put that back. Put me in Sherman's sword. I'll be best friends with Sir Leon.
You and Sir Leon, like, just...
So what's your deal?
Okay.
You know, outside
He's
of
also
work.
really into chains.
I'm so glad that you made that they must be having a bonding moment comment, because I think my favorite part of the whole freaking like episode was the kind of awkward conversation between Timothy and Bernice.
I like fishing. I like swimming. I like chains.
What?
Like, you're describing Bernice like someone like that has like a fish in their Tinder profile.
Yep.
And...
Yep. She has one.
Oh, what I like about Bernice is that, you know, we're having this conversation and she's talking to you like in this monotone voice, like, I like to fish and everything. But in reality, she's like, ching, 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 like just chiming away at Timothy.
Yes, you're really setting up her personality, but like, what? I don't know. Does she just have like this very kind of dead like gaze at him, just like while she's cheerfully chiming
I don't even
away?
think she was looking at like. I don't think she looks at the people she's speaking to. She's probably staring at where you guys went, and that's just what we're doing. We're just staring into the abyss of the cave that you two entered in, and just like talking back and forth.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
that's a good
you asked
description.
Sir Leon what he's into, and he's just like, chains.
Yes. Yeah, that tracks.
Duh.
Do you like Fleetwood Mac, perchance? I think there's a song you might be into. We got a while, so I didn't bring a lot of music with me, just like what I had on my person when I died.
I feel so sorry for whoever has to edit my voice, because I'm definitely laughing in the background like the whole time, thinking of the stupid new conch who dis.
There's been a couple times I like literally am out of my chair in the back of my room losing it. So I don't know how well that's gonna sound also.
There's gonna be at one point where you're gonna hear me laughing and be like, that's not Dustin. It is. I was laughing into a bottle of peach mango body armor.
New conch.
What?
I'm thinking about it again and it makes me laugh.
New conch, who dis?
Who dis? Hey.
And then I tried to do a Sir Leone snarl, and that turned out awful. So
Oh, no.
Dustin, if you hear a sound that's like that was nope. Just eliminate it.
Hey, how much HP you have? You still up?
you still up?
How much HP you have? You're still up. Yes. Oh God. Okay, that's definitely a fan art moment. We got like
That's a
three
comic.
solid fan
That's
art
a comic.
moments.
There are that one I want to make a comic, and like
Yes.
Timothy and Bernice would be a really funny, like, I don't know, that would be such minimal animation. I almost want to do it. It would just be like Bernice flicking her bells or whatever, the chimes
Yeah.
to answer the question, and then it would just be subtitled. You know, fish.
Oh, good. Yes.
And then, like, as she starts talking more, it gets into almost like a whirlwind kind
Yeah.
of thing.
She's just spinning around and like sounds coming off of her. But her head stays completely still, staring off into where Sherman and Flowerkraut went.
A little behind the scenes is that is that Chad, a person, a real human,
Hello.
created Tumbleweed's little character model.
Oh,
so
yes.
it can be.
Oh, yeah.
It's great for comics and maybe animations down the line.
Telling you, man, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but I love my little sidekick.
He's already imperative.
I just love the idea, and I almost wish I didn't use the inspiration that Aaron gave us for the column, because the idea of
I
Timothy
certainly
like, I'm
don't.
gonna save him, and he's like Sonic dashed away, and that's why he gets crushed would have been comedic as hell, but
I mean, I used mine in that moment and it didn't help me at all. I still got crushed. I thought I was under it too.
Actually,
I did too.
Chad,
That's why I was just like, oh shoot.
It's a good thing you did use yours, because it depended on how much you failed that check.
I
So
rolled a 5.
you
I
were
think.
in the range, Chad, of the column falling on top of Timothy. Like,
Oh, fun.
like Flowerkraut got hit by blast debris. If you get hit by the column, it did double double the damage.
Okay.
Which was like 66, I think.
Yeah, no, not a good time. So I'm glad. I'm happy for
Yeah.
inspiration. Thank you.
Let's roll those now and see if he would have died. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. 15. You would have made it.
It'd be fine.
Yeah, I would have been okie dokies.
It just would have sucked a lot.
Did you say your armor class is 18?
Oh my God.
Yes, with shield, it's
Amazing.
18.
That's epic. I
that.
love
That's
for
the
you.
power of heavy armor. I can't stealth, but I can get punched in the face.
Well, maybe it helps you in if the DM's dice aren't on fire, because holy shit, I was
Oh, yeah,
rolling-
that's
You
right.
rolled, what, 4 nat 20s that game?
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah, and like you got attacked 6 times by those 3 Helix, and 4 of the hits were able to get past 18. Like that's
They
crazy.
sure were. And yeah, that took. Wait, I got a heal from someone. I got a heal from Timothy.
Yeah,
right. I was down to 14 after that one assault.
Oh, dang.
So I was like, I couldn't have done that again.
Yep, we've got a long road. I love this episode because it was fun. It was mostly a combat episode, but like paved the way for some major stuff.
Yeah. Thanks for tearing out our hearts, Aaron. Thank you for continuing to make Flowerkraut be the bearer of bad news.
Hey, we went into the vision cave. Don't know how to break this to you, but
You know what? If you lie down, it might be easier.
Oh, jeez.
Sherman, bust out the chains.
you let them go on their own one time and they bond so well that you just have to die. Like, that's how friendships go, I guess. I'm new to this whole thing. Is this normal?
Flowerkraut's like, Kalima Shokti Day. Kalima.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for crushing our hearts, Aaron.
You bet.
We love you for it.
I'm here for that.
I love coming from something like this though, because like
Me too.
it really feels like we've set some real stakes for this this island arc, I guess. I don't know how we was Praxel the first arc
Yes.
but
Yep.
technically yeah, like we've got some pretty interesting stakes that almost feels like we have too much to do and not enough time to do it. So it might be something where we have to make a choice on what's more important.
Oh yeah.
So what you're saying is that chat room that we have that excludes our lovable DM might be ablaze for the next few days.
Oh boy.
Possibly.
Aww.
Yeah, now that I've initiated that. Well, we needed to do something because otherwise we would have accidentally started killing people. Like, I was like, we need to be very specific, to use specific verbiage, say things like non-lethal.
Yeah.
I fart at him non-lethally.
I squeeze
I think
my
I was-
cheeks tight so it only lets out a little bit of a blast.
I was gonna say something when you did cast Elderly Blast, like you have mastered your craft of the butt, and now
You're gonna say, you have mastered your crack.
rather than sending out a piercing blast, you can just basically pummel them with a cloud of I don't know, force. I don't know. Like I was trying to think, how do you cast Elderly Blast or Eldritch Blast non-lethally? But it's too funny to think that she wouldn't be able to do it. It's like, just, yeah, of course. She knows how to do this.
Wasn't it Dustin who said loud and proud versus silent but deadly?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
great. Yep, exactly.
This
Yeah.
was a great episode. Thank you all. I had so
Yeah.
much fun.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we should turn this back over to Timothy and wrap it up for this Song of Rest.
Oh, he's gone.
Bye.
He
Oh.
left.
Oh.
There was a lot of talk about stealing Kenku
Oh.
hearts. So
Sorry.
Oh shoot. Hold on. Let me
Oh shit, the conch is blowing up.
like I don't know, can I like drum on my Hey everybody, it's Song of Rest. We're gonna go take a nap.
yay!
Alright, that's all I got. It's a paladin song for you.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to our Song of Rest. If you like the adventures your ears just wit on, feel free to listen in on our other adventures from any plane of existence or seeing stone you get your podcasts. Until we meet again, safe journeys, travelers.